Salute to my Blorange Tears fam. What it do? It's your man Subliminal 209 in the building. This is Knicks after party. I'm saying we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of prospects we want to talk about. Are we moving up? Like I mentioned, are we moving back in the draft? We got to kind of flip over each stone to see what our options are. That's why they brought in Timmy. That's why they brought in, the Nike executive. They're doing their due diligence. So we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to look at different prospects because who knows? I know that they just got through the Portland Trailblazers, signed, was a Mike Schmitz, the ESPN scout. So to me, that means that Randall's off the table as far as them trying to go after Randall. I mean, you didn't hire one of the main scouts that's at the combine that knows all the players from top to bottom, just to give up that pick or to trade it. So, for us Knicks fans that wanted Benedict Mathurin or, Ivy, maybe they go up and get those guys. I just feel like that, that may be out the window. That Kings one, possibility, we'll still keep that door open. That could be a possibility. But, we're just going to talk about some other players. So I want to talk a little bit about Jalen Curry from Arizona. I just got through talking about Benedict Mathurin, and he was his running mate. And I had Dyson Daniels a lot high on my board previously. But just looking at this kid, he 27 minutes, 8 points a game, 4.8 boards, 3.9 assists, and 73% free throw shooter, 3-point percentage 36, and 2-point percentage he was 57. But if you look at the comparisons with him and Dyson Daniels, they both 6'6". They both have a standing reach of 8 feet 10 inches. They both have, or Jaylen has a wingspan a lot longer, 7.
Oh, from Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, 7 foot 3/4 wingspan compared to a Dyson Daniels, 10 foot, 6 foot 10 inches, my fault, and a half. But they have the exact same weight at 195. He does the same thing Dyson Daniels does, except that floater game. Dyson has that on him, but he's an above average athleticism. Has above average athleticism. He uses that length, like I mentioned, that 7 and 3/4 wingspan. He has a skinny frame because he's only, like I said, 195, but he uses that length in the passing lanes. He has those long strides to the cup, whether it's off one foot, just bouncing him. He catches oops because he has those long go gadget arms. Just extremely good in cutting. He's moving up my board too. I think he's ranked to go projected in the second round. So if we can maybe use that 11th pick for a wing, and then get him with that 42 pick, or move up in the round move up in the early second round to pick him up. That'd be another option. So we're just doing our due diligence right now. This is the off season. The draft is coming up in a few weeks, and we're just trying to look at different prospects, and that way we get a better understanding of who these guys are. If they're the combine's over. It was just finished last week, so now we know who's rising up the boards, who's going down the boards, and and things like that. So to me, I like him. He's a decent ball handler. It's not he's not going to wow you with his shaking and baking, but it needs to be a little tighter handling the rock. But he does keep his head up, on a swivel, and kind of looks up for cutters and things like that. So he does have that vision. To get people, find the open guys. I just kind of like that. He just brings the energy, a lot of energy. And one of the things that Mike Smith said is, when he noticed that when he walks into a gym, he just has that energy about him. He's building guys up. He's cheering guys on. He just has a big smile on his face. And Mike Schmitz, the guy that I just told you that got hired from Portland, the Blazers, he told him that he hasn't seen a guy like that just since Scotty Barnes. You know what I mean? That just brings the light into the room. I'm saying when someone walks into the building. So just off that, with all the negative stuff that we had going on last season, that we couldn't build one another up, and we had the issues with the with Randall and stuff like that. We just instead of building people up, we're knocking each other down. So I mean, that'd be nice to have in the locker room, nice to have in the facility, just someone just to, when you're lifting weights and you're trying to get that max, whatever it is, 315 off your chest, like hit that boy, get that off your chest. And then, you know what I'm saying? That camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? You want that camaraderie around. Yep. So I wouldn't be mad at a pick like that. You know what I'm saying? Dyson Daniels is kind of falling off my board, like I mentioned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The rising on your board?
Oh, he was after. Who did I have? I had Benedict. I wanted Benedict first, and then after Benedict, because of the vision, you know what I'm saying, we don't have anybody on the Knicks that has. Go ahead. What were you saying?
My fault.
No, I was just saying we don't have anybody on the Knicks that gets others involved. Randall was our highest assist leader, I think at 5.5, somewhere around there. So we need a true facilitator, but at the same time, that's all he really does is facilitate and hit you with the floaters. So it's just another project, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have another project at the point guard position, I think you can find him later on in the round, because you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna develop and go that route anyways. I'm still high on Sochan, or Sohan. I'm still high on him if he's available, because I was just mentioning Benedict being gone. Johnny Davis might be gone now that he has those Taco Bell commercials, and nobody else has a Taco Bell commercial. It was funny though, right before that, Jayden Ivey was, during the combine, he was talking to Mike Schmitz once again, and he was talking about his quick first step. And he was like, I call that the Baja Blast, which is the Mountain Dew soda from Taco Bell. So it's kind of funny that he didn't get the commercial and that Johnny Davis got the commercial. But and he's ranked higher, ranked a lot higher than Johnny Davis is. So you just never know what's going to happen. But I like Sohan for the defensive, being a defensive specialist, being a high energy guy, someone who's switchable. I kind of look at, even if he never gets his 3-point shooting down or his mid-range game down, he can still facilitate. He can still handle the rock. He can still make the right passes, and he's switchable on defense. To me, I think he could be with no shot, with no 3-point shot. Just saying it never happens. I think he could be our like Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying, someone who. Because he was a horrible free throw shooter too, Dennis Rodman. Like he couldn't make back-to-back free throws to save his life. But at the same time, they're still the same size, a 6'9" guy who could guard, power forward who could guard centers if you need to guard centers. Just guys who are gonna fly out of bounds, fly into the stands, save the rock, keep that possession live. You know what I mean? Just a high energy guy. We don't have those types of guys. Or he could be like a Draymond Green who's playing right now in the NBA Finals. Someone who could bring the ball up, facilitate for others, guard the best wing player. Just they're not asking, and he can't shoot threes either though. So that's just another kind of comparison I would have him at. Not everybody's gonna be lights out shooter, but he knows that. He knows he could get his own bucket. He could work you in the post. So I'm high on him for those reasons. Later on we could find shooters. Later on we could find our point guard. I just don't think that our saviors in the draft as far as starting lineup. Now maybe second unit, that guy's there. If you look at a lot of these guys in the draft, they're comparing themselves to Tyus Jones, who we mentioned, Numbard. We'll talk about some other guys too, but yeah, just when I see those comparisons, when I'm thinking of comparisons for these guys, they're not like star level, comparisons. They're all either running the second unit already. So I kind of see maybe their ceilings there, their floors there, but it's definitely not a star caliber point guard in this draft. So I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you think we can find our point guard in this draft, or do you think Deuce is it? Or
not necessarily. Not so much that they would show me more than IQ and Deuce. No, not really. It's more so scorers and combo guards and wings and bigs, in my opinion. Yeah, that's how I look at it, because that's pretty much what today's point guards are. They're mostly, a lot of them is I'd say combo guards. But I mean, you have some pure point guards, like I think Nembhard is a good point guard. I don't think he's a superstar, but I think he's a good pickup, you know. But I just feel like, I mean, my thing is he better than Deuce? That's how I'm gonna look at it every time. Because it's like, I'm just gonna look at it like, what's the sense of drafting him? I mean, are we gonna get rid of him? Because it's like it's the thing. The reason I asked that is because if we're not gonna use Deuce, then replace him with somebody that's better than him in that seat. Like, we need guys, we need talent. Like, we need talent, and we need guys that can play on the team. We can't just sit guys out and they can play, and we sitting here losing. We can't do what we did last season. We have to nip things in the bud early this season. So if you got guys that can play, if you got guys that can probably neutralize the game and they have an impact, and they just sit on the bench not getting it at all, then it's like, you know, what's the point? It's like, what's the point of even having them? I don't know. That's just how I look at it. But of all the point guards, mostly combo guards to me. Nembhard is probably one of the most pure, I'd say. Other ones is just you got Kennedy Chandler. He's a good playmaker. You have some good playmakers in here.
Speak on him then.
What's the guy? Okay, like Jaylen Terry, for example. You mentioned he's not really a point guard, but he's more of a shooting guard?
Who's that?
Jaylen Terry from Arizona.
Yeah, I would say he's more of a point guard, because they had Bennett and Mathurin there.
Yeah, so Jaylen Terry, he has good playmaking. He's a good, he has good playmaking. I would say on the ball. I think he's a good playmaker. Now, you mean superstars, or you mean like guys that can contribute, point guards that can contribute right away? As far as superstars, none of them really blow my mind like that. As far as this draft, that I could think. Right. I see. I don't know if they're like mind blowing.
Let me salute some cats in the chat, because they here joining us. I see you in the chat already saying what's up to everybody, because we got Julian Blum, what a do, my guy, King Ribby. We got Jay Boogie, the closer, Almighty Finesse. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all kicking with us tonight.
Salute Julian Blum, salute y'all.
Yep, salute. But yeah, I'm with you. But at the same time, are we just handing the keys over to Deuce to run the second unit, or do we bring somebody in to, challenge Deuce every day at practice, and maybe, just let the best player win, whether it's, a Duran Terry, or, this guy I want to talk about too. Or you said Kennedy Chandler, right?
Yeah, Kennedy Chandler's he's kind of similar to Deuce, in my opinion. Very similar. Maybe have a better handle. Maybe a little bit. Slightly better, but they play similar. I don't know, because I don't know if they're going to – see, the thing is, I mean, I feel like Deuce is a point guard. I feel like you should try him out, but you also you don't know if the Knicks are just going to go get one in free agency, which, again, I mean, I would assume, instead of asking the questions, I would have to just assume that if they get a point guard in free agency, Deuce is going to the G League, or he'll be kept around as a third stringer, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the intentions with Derrick Rose, but, you got guys that can play guard. You got guys that play position. Now, whoever's a pure point guard is up to the game to decide.
Yeah, let's go back to this Kennedy Chandler talk, because they're kind of opposites of what Deuce is. Deuce brings that defensive tenacity, gets in your chest, guards you at 94 feet, real pesky, not going to give up on defense, fight through screens. And he's solid for 6'1", long reach, go gadget arms. Kennedy Chandler is just the opposite. He's a smaller guard. He measured in at 6 feet, and I think that could have been with shoes on. He's only 172 pounds, so he's really light. But he has all the intangibles, though. I'm saying? He's a set shooter. He could catch and shoot. He could walk up and hit a three. He could drive and kick. He could hit you with all the pocket passes. Like every pass he could hit you with. He has some flair to his game though too. It's not just making the pass though, but it looks nice when he gets it to those guys. The only thing is, like I mentioned though, like he's just real small. So even though he has all those lightning quick, hit you with a no look pass, get past you, but can he finish at the bucket? No. Can he finish through contact? No. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to yam over somebody? No. Is he a liability on defense? Yes. If he gets switched, it's kind of like the Kemba situation. Yeah, it's kind of like the Kemba.
He does have the wingspan, but he has the 6'5" wingspan. I mean, yeah. I mean, if he gets switched, probably, but he's solid.
I don't think so, though. Not at 172 pounds. You're not guarding a 6'5" shooting guard at that weight.
I'm sure he'll make the NBA weight over the time, though. He'll probably put on that weight. We can guard bigger twos. I'm sure he'll make that weight. Everybody got weaknesses coming into the game, so.
Oh, no, I get it though, but that's what we're talking about. They're not going to be the guys to just slide right in and run. Yeah, give them the keys and.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm not really. That's why I don't know. That's why I just feel like him and Deuce is similar in some aspects.
So who would you compare Kennedy Chandler to? Because we a lot of us compare Deuce to the guy who's playing right now, Marcus Smart. Just
I'm gonna say I say Ish Smith with defense is probably a longer wingspan. Ish Smith because he's quick. He's kind of quick. He's kind of crafty. He's pretty creative, and he what's funny? It's funny. He I also said what was I say? I'm thinking of a defensive guard. That reminds me of. I can't remember the name.
Is Kyle Lowry?
Kyle Lowry. It was somebody else. I feel like
Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Tyrese Maxey too. No, Mighty Finesse. We're gonna get to Jaden Hardy, but yeah, he reminds me a lot of Tyrese Maxey. About the same height. Crafty, deceit, quickness, change of pace. He's a change of pace guard. He has the handles. Change of pace guard. He can take some contact. He has some of it. He'd rather go around it. And I was thinking he snakes. He snakes through screens. Like he'll come around the screen. He does the same thing Chris Paul does. He looks back to see where the defender is and just shoots the midi or he'll pass it. He's pretty creative at it. He's good at reads too. He has very good reads. So I wanted to say Chris Paul. He has some Chris Paul in him in that sense, but I'm not even gonna say.
No, that's a good comparison. They're both 6 foot. They're both crafty. They both make that no look pass. I can see that they both don't have that athleticism to play above the rim. So yeah, those are all good comparisons. Just Chris Paul has that man weight on him now, so he can guard bigger players.
Guard some too. I mean, I seen him step out on Kevin Durant in some series. I've seen him play Durant a few times, like guard him. He has the, it's all about. I think it's about the chest. That's what people feel to mention too. The chest is where the strength is at, in some aspects. But yeah.
Well, you got to have some lower body strength too, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get you. That's why they say, get into their chest. You know what I'm saying? Get into their chest. You kind of got to chest bump them. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of chest bump them.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Let's give the people what they want. They want to talk about Jaden Hardy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got some Brunson stuff to go to too, but
we got some time to talk about it.
Yeah. Jaden Hardy, what is he? G League, right? G League.
Yeah, G League Ignite with same thing as Dyson Daniels. 6'4" shooting guard. He's mocked to go 21st to get to the Nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he just kind of fell down the board because of his performance in the
combine.
In the combine, because not really. Was it a combine or just he just really didn't have a good performance all year. I think he only played like 12 games for the Ignite, even though he had 17.7 points, 4.6 boards, 3.2 assists. 3-point shooting, just like Dyson Daniels, is at a low at 26%, but he hits free throws at 88%. So you know that he could get that 3-point percentage up if you're hitting 88% free throws. That's almost elite. You know what I'm saying? You're almost at that 90%. I just feel like he has all the tools. You know what I'm saying? He can hit you with the midi. You know what I'm saying? He can take you off the bounce. He go one-on-one, shake you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can score at all 3 levels. Yes, but he just shows it in flashes. It's not like it's all put together. And that's the thing, though, is can he put it all together as far as being consistent on it? They, the talent's there, but you can say that about a lot of NBA players. One included on the Knicks, Cam Reddish, you know what I'm saying, has all the tools, but can he put it together is the question. Because he has that lateral quickness on the defensive end. He's switchable at 6'5". He's stocky. He's not a skinny 6'5". I just don't know.
Right.
If he take it to the next level, and he may not be there. I mean, at 21, we would have to do a lot of maneuvering to move back or up to get him at 21. And do we need another 6'5" shooting guard?
Oh man, yes, I even hate that number now.
Yeah, it's starting to be a trend with us getting 6'5" shooting guards.
Yeah, big guards, man. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that's why I'm so high on Sohan, a 6'9" guy who's switchable. But I already mentioned that. Do you have any comparisons for Jaden Hardy?
I mean, most of the small scorers, Lou Will.
I've seen Anthony Simons, and people forget that Anthony Simons was with Portland. This is his 4th year going on a contract year. I'm saying, so he had time to develop to turn into who he is right now. So not to say that this kid, going to the right team. If you go to the Nuggets, I mean, you're not going to have a lot of pressure on you going to the Nuggets. They get their point guard back, and he kind of sit behind him and learn. And then if he gets hurt again, then this kid would get a chance to, step up to the plate. So, I mean, it'd be a nice fit over there. I just don't know if he's the right guy for us.
Jaden Hardy, yeah, absolutely not.
Jaden Hardy,
absolutely not.
But like I said, that we're gonna turn over every stone. We got 3 weeks before the draft, so we got a couple more shows before that, and we just want to make sure we talk about a little bit about everybody, because who knows if who we pick, and then we're like, who's this guy? We know nothing about him. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, let's see who's available.
Right. Yeah, when he's not the best. He gets lost a lot defensively. I will say he's a scorer. He's the scorer of the draft, the late round scorer. The Cam Thomas, somewhat Cam Thomas. He's a guy like. But he's a good shooter. He's a good finisher, man. I'm trying to think who he reminds me of. Somebody he reminds me of, because he's more of a. He doesn't finish well at the rim, but I'm trying to think. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it.
We have King Blaze in the chat. So he wants to know. He's mentioning Jalen Brunson. Is Jalen Brunson coming here? The Knicks signed his pops, Rick Brunson. So that's the thing, is I don't know why they did that. Now it's going to be a hot topic. Oh, the Knicks got Rick Brunson, but then they didn't sign his son. So why do they sign Leon Rose? Why he has all these supposed connections and bringing guys in, and then he's supposed to be signing these guys, and he can't even sign his son. Do we really need that? Do we really need that here? I don't know. I don't get me wrong. I'm a Jalen Brunson fan, but not for 25 milli or more.
25 milli?
Yeah, not for 25 milli or more. Is he that guy? Is he that guy to put the team on his back? Will Randall listen to this guy? Because he's going to need the ball in his hand too. So or do they trade Randall? Do they? The Mavericks mentioned they're not doing a sign and trade, but we all know that's just talk. If it came down to it and they wanted to make that trade, it could happen.
He's from there, and he'd be a good. That'd be crazy too. He'd be a good second option for Luka. I'll tell you that. He'd be a good. That's a change of scenery. He's from there. It's funny because I was just thinking, it'd be funny. I mean, it wouldn't be funny. I'm not wishing it on him, but it would be something if he was to get. Let's just say hypothetically it happened and he played bad for Dallas and he's from there. Oh man, I could imagine that'd be tough.
Is he from Dallas? I know he's from Texas, but is it Dallas?
I don't even know if he's from Dallas. My bad. I just know he's from Texas.
Yeah, I know he's from Texas, but I don't know if he's from Dallas. But either way, though, it's still close to home if he's not from Dallas. You know what I mean?
Right,
then you're teammates with the star. Your teammates with Luka. I mean, we've done so much business with the Mavniks that why not just?
Okay, he's from Dallas. I looked it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why not just add another another deal? Just do another deal.
So you think that? Not to cut you off. So do you think hypothetically, do you think they should do that, explore that move, the sign and trade with Randall for Brunson?
I would do it just because I want the betterment of the team. These young teams, this young team needs to grow, develop, find out who the leader is, find out who, just the camaraderie. I don't need any more cancers on the team. I mean, come on, like he's slapping tablets at a coach's hands. Think about that. If you did that on your team, you just walked to the sideline and slap. Do you think you'd be playing? No.
No. And Randall gets paid. Well, he was high paid. So
if you're pushing teammates on the court, they're trying to settle you down. You're just pushing them out your way, Obi.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's the thing. I try to think positive of the guy, but you just reminded me. Yeah, he's wild.
That's the only thing. That's the thing that gets me. He was so humble when he joined the Knicks. Just real shy, real camera shy. Just but then all of a sudden he got paid the bag, and he just thought he was the king of New York. Like he could just do whatever he wanted to do, and it's man, I'm just not feeling that. Like I mentioned, I want them to organically grow young. Brunson's still on the timeline, but I don't want both of them because that's a lot of money. And then you still got to sign RJ. We're going to be stuck, in not even mediocrity, but we're going to be stuck in the top of the lottery with a 14th pick for years. For what?
Right.
So.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad at the idea, but Brunson's not my number one choice for that. Just for the money, though,
25. Yeah, I don't know about that one, man.
And then you still got to surround him with shooters and length, because you see how the NBA is wings. So you got to surround him with wings that 6'7", 6'9".
We're talking about
wings, because Brunson's only 6 foot. So.
Oh, you mean on this team? If we was to make
on our team, yeah. If you sign him to.
Yeah, I can agree, man. You got to do that anyway here. So, I mean, I will say that move, hypothetically speaking, the move gives us a point guard. I will say that the move gives us a point guard. I mean, and you have Deuce that can back him up, probably IQ as well, and. I don't know. Maybe you still have Derrick Rose. It's up to Derrick Rose if he, if he says he wants to be traded. It's up to him if he doesn't want to proceed with the team. I think he has his thing with Tibbs. He loves Tibbs, so hey.
And he proposed to his fiance on the court at Madison Square Garden. So I think he enjoys being here, being part of the team.
I think he likes New York love. I think he likes it. Yeah, he might want it. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. C-Mac said Subliminal's first choice is his son Dyson Daniels, but you missed it, C-Mac. I said he's off my board.
No, he's trolling. Next trolling.
I know. I know. I'm just messing with him. But I'm not even sure.
Salute, be cooler. Salute, C-Mac, King Blaze. My man, nice. Salute. Oh, y'all going for Boston this series? Okay.
Yeah, so how do y'all feel in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Is Boston too close to home where you're not rooting for him, or would you like them to pull off that dub and get that chip?
I'd be happy for him, man. You know, and that's the thing. I just want my fellow Knicks fans to know: don't hate on Boston. Hate the game, man. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. If obviously we ain't get to the playoffs because we're not good enough, so we just got to get good enough to where we can challenge Boston. I think we could challenge them. Absolutely, I think we could challenge them given more time. Well, given the team getting stronger. Yeah, they deserve it. Exactly. If they win, they deserve it. Straight up. You know, they got ever since that Knicks game winner. Ever since that Knicks game winner, RJ hit the game winner, that team has been on a tear. They was 10th. It was 10th, 9th, whatever they was in the East. Ended up in the second. So they deserve it, man. Tatum been balling out of his mind. Jaylen Brown been balling. Al Horford, Marcus Smart been balling. Grant Williams, Robert Williams, you know, Derek White. These guys have been balling. Yeah, I ain't rooting for nobody either, man. I'll be happy for either team, man. I'll be happy for either team. All I can think of is when I see the final two teams in the playoffs, it makes me puzzle what our team needs. As long as it's not the Nets, right, Jay Boogie? As long as it's not the Nets. I just put together what our team needs. You got to look at the role players, not so much the stars. Yeah, you get the talent, but that you have to get the talent. But you got to look at the role players: Horford, Smart, Grant Williams, Derek Wright. These are guys that play defense. They play defense 24/7. They don't give up on no plays. These are guys that are tough guys. It's a tough guys. Yeah. Al Horford's been on many teams. He's probably got about 2 or 3 more years left, and he's retiring soon. Al Horford's been on many teams, and he's played hard for every team. He may get older, but you know maybe a step slower, but he plays hard as he can every year. That's who. And the thing is, Boston fans. I mean, I would think they love him, but New York fans, we would hate him if he was here for us. Knicks fans would probably tear him down. Well, maybe it depends. If we was losing, they'd tear him down. But yeah. Yeah, they did look old at the end of the game. Warriors looked old. Warriors like they got a lot of film they got to watch, a lot of figuring out to do. I think Warriors respond though. I don't think Warriors go out like this.
Oh, is it over?
Game's over. Yeah, Boston beat the crap out of them first game.
Okay, good.
And Warriors had them, but you know, Celtics. You know, Celtics came in. They came into the game one with a little bit more energy, but it's all right though, because what's the name? Warriors they're gonna adjust. I don't know. I feel like they've been through too much, man. Warriors. I mean,
Curry had 21 points in the first quarter.
21? I didn't notice that. I know he had a lot.
He was lighting them up. I was like, y'all can't.
No, he had 34. He had 34. Yeah. 24. Yeah. He was lighting them up. Yeah. If you get a lead on them, they fold. Yeah. They're not the old Warriors where they make the comebacks. But I will say though, they're hard to close out though. I will say. It's hard to close the door on them. Team to beat is Boston. I agree. The team to beat in the East is Boston. You know what I mean? The team to beat. That's why I say nice. Salute my man, nice. That's why I say if the Knicks want to get better, we got to be better than the final 4 teams in the East in the semifinals. We have to be better than those teams from the semifinals till now. We got to be better than the Nets. I mean, sorry, not the Nets. Look at me. We got to be with them too. We got to be better than the Bucks. We have to get guys that can compete with them, the Celtics, the Sixers, and the Heat. You gotta get guys that can compete with those guys. If you want to
look at their formula, though. Look at their formula. They got 2 elite wings. I'm saying they have a rim runner and a stretch 5. I'm saying, and they got a defensive specialist on the point guard to stop the best point guard though at the kind of attack. Yeah, the kind of attack though. So. You gotta look at that formula, and they're all switchable. All switchable.
That's what I'm saying. They Boston is tough. You know, if we played them today, if the Knicks played them today, we get smacked. Maybe 4-1, but we get smoked. So everybody that thinks we could be win now, just think about those teams we have to be better than. You either want to be a win now or you accept this rebuild the way we should go. Accept the truth. That's the direction we should go because we could that same Boston team. If we rebuild now, oh shoot. If we rebuild now, that same Boston team, we could beat them. If we build the right way, we could beat that same team in a few years. Well, minus Al Horford, but we could beat that same core, that same superstar core if we rebuild the right way. We could challenge them and take them the distance. That's all it is. Did you want to get to any more youngins?
Yeah, I have a lot more guys that I want to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about. So we talked about AJ Griffin. We talked about Mark Williams. We talked about Paolo Banchero.
Banchero.
Yeah, but did we talk about Trevor Kills?
Trevor Kill also at the combine, right?
Yeah, but he didn't participate though. So how do you feel about that? Are you someone who's for participating at the combine, or you're like, if they know where they're going to land at?
Only if it rises your stock. I mean, I feel like the guys do it to rise the stock. If they don't have confidence. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's a confidence thing, but I feel like it's to rise stock. So you're for sure selected, and I guess to showcase your skills. A lot of guys are confident that they want to do it. Trevor Kills. I gotta look him up again. That's one guy. I often get him. I got him confused with Traquavion. That's why.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know where he's going though, but I'm pretty sure he's probably going to go somewhere in the middle or the end of the first round. Just the simple fact that he didn't show nothing out there.
Right.
He's a undersized shooting guard, and he's only what is he 6? I don't even have that. 6'3". He's a 6'3", but he's a stocky 6'3" at 223 pounds. Only scored 11 points. He doesn't get a lot of boards, 3.4. He doesn't get you a lot of assists. 31% 3-point shooter, 67% free throw shooter, and 1.2 steals. You would think by looking at those stats, you would want to show out at the combine. It's not like you were in the teens. You weren't in the teens in points. You weren't just getting a double-double. You weren't a lights-out shooter. So all you got to go by is his size, his stature. He's big, he's strong. He's not your point guard. He's not a shooting guard. He's just a combo guard.
Right.
He's not shifty. He just overpowers you with his strength. Getting to the cup. He's not like super athletic, but he's just gonna bully you getting to the basket. Yeah, he's not fast. He's gonna play at his own pace. He's not on my board either. It's not somebody that I would take. His defense is okay. He's switchable on defense, as far as guarding threes, some fours, twos. I would just compare him to a Lou Dort, type guy. Just a glue guy. I would consider him a glue guy, just not somebody you're going to run your offense through, not someone who's going to run the offense for you. So for me, I would bypass him, even if he fouled to us or if we move back or somehow he's there in the second round. I'm like, no, I'm good on him.
Okay. 6'5", what is he? 6'4", undersized guard. Okay.
Yeah, 6'3".
6'3". Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good on the small guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Unless they're guaranteed point guards, I'm good on them. I'm good, man.
Yeah, there's some other guys I want to talk about too. Is it Colin Gillespie from Villanova?
Villanova, right?
Yeah, Villanova. Those Villanova. We're just talking about Brunson right now. So another, tough guard.
6'5", yeah. 6'4", I'm sorry, 6'4".
No, he's only 6'1.5" barefoot.
6'1". Oh, I read that wrong.
It's his wingspan you're thinking is 6'4".
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a good. Yeah. I was thinking of his defense.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So he's another guy that could go in the second round, maybe, or he could go undrafted. So that's another thing. If these guys don't get drafted, you better be one of the first guys to be picking up the phone and calling and signing these guys because because with Deuce, probably getting a contract next year or maybe he's in the G League, but definitely Sims is getting a spot next year. So that opens up a spot for the G League. You know what I'm saying, those two-way contracts. So they need to get on the phone as soon as the draft is over with and be calling one of these guys that slipped just based on potential. You know what I'm saying, because like I said, this kid is solid. He's a 41% three-point shooter, a 90% free throw shooter. So you got that 40-90 already right there. And it's at a high clip too, though, because he shoots 7.2 three-pointer attempts per game. That's a lot of threes. You know what I'm saying? We don't have those snipers on the team. He may be small, but hey, get him running with the second unit next to IQ, and they're just, I wouldn't want to say the word chucking because we don't want IQ chucking threes, but you got them just flame throwing trays. Man, we could just rack them up. We could just be racking up points with that second unit. And he has good form in his shot too. It's not, it's a nice.
He's good off the catch and shoot, and he's good off the pick and roll shooting. He's very good off that, man. I will say.
Yeah, and step backs too. He'll hit you with a step back. He'll create that separation, like you said, catch and shoot. His shot looks like a trophy. The only thing is he's small. He's not very athletic, but he's crafty. When you don't have the athleticism, you got to be crafty with the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how you create that separation. High IQ doesn't turn the rock over. You know what I'm saying? Mention the defense being from Villanova, just gritty, in your chest, real pesky. Just those are that screams New York to me. You know what I'm saying those are the kind of guys we want. He may not be, like I said, the flashiness that we're looking for, but you don't got to hit a home run all the time. Let's just hit a couple of doubles, you know what I'm saying, here and there, and just, we'll get our points that way. I'm okay with that. Later on,
I'm okay with that too, man. I'm okay with getting close to. I'm okay with marginal moves, man. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay with that. You don't gotta look for names and sexy names and home run. Knicks just have to just do it right, man. Just do it right. That's all, man. Think small market. That's all Knicks gotta do. Think small market. I'm okay with it if Knicks think small market. But yeah. Yeah. You reading the comments?
Yeah. Who? I really don't read. I can read some though. We need.
I'll read them. I was just thinking of seeing if he was.
Go ahead.
A lot of them made me think. Caught me off. Somebody, C-Mac said. He said I'm good with him because we got Ryan Arcidiano, and I'm thinking, is he gonna be on this team next season? I forgot about him. He reminds me of him in a sense. He can shoot. He plays similar. He's a good help defender too. And Ryan Arcidiano's he's a gritty. He's kind of a gritty defender, point guard that can shoot. Doesn't really have handle, but he's a good help defense kind of guy, Ryan Arcidiano. So I see the similarity. He reminds me a lot of. Only thing is he's a what do you call? He's a I'm thinking of Buddy Broham, Jim Bohan's son. That's what I'm thinking of from Syracuse. They remind me of each other because they can both shoot, except one is a shooting guard, and the other's a point guard. That's what it is. So that's why I get I'm not gonna say thrown off, but they both remind me of each other. That's all.
Yeah, so, yeah, I didn't see too much of Ryan, Artichoke. So
Artichoke.
Yeah, it's still yet to be determined for me. When he was out there, I didn't see anything flashy. I didn't see anything like, oh, okay. But what can he do? What can he do in a limited time? So
right.
Yeah, there's another guy who went up the boards is Jalen Williams.
Jaylen Williams is solid too. Yeah.
Yep. Rumors are the Cavs could take him with the 14th pick.
Yeah, I think that's what the Cavs are looking at.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, not to say, we're not looking at him, or we don't trade with the, we don't trade with the Hornets or somebody ahead of him. Yeah,
Right.
trade back and pick
No,
him.
you got it. My fault.
Yeah, because he's that 6'6" combo guard, point guard, shooting guard, 7'2" wingspan.
Right.
Average eight.
Hard.
Average 18 points, 4.4 boards, 4.2 assists.
Right.
Field goal percentage 51%, 3-point percentage 39%, free throw percentage 80%. So he has good percentages on all three levels. He can handle the rock. He's strong, big frame, not skinny. Uses his long arms and on defense. Not lightning quick though. So but he has average athleticism. He can play above the rim because of those long arms.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not like so he has that advantage, and that helps him on the defense too, playing the passing lanes. So
right.
Yep. Yeah, he has a nice little tight handle too, which is difficult because when you have those long arms, and that's what IQ had in the beginning of the season, where he didn't have that tight handle because of those long arms trying to cross people over, and you get ripped easy that way. So he keeps a tight handle, knowing that those long arms kind of give him that not advantage, give him that disadvantage. So so he plays at his own pace. He keeps his head up. Keeps the ball alive, high IQ, understands the game. Yeah, he's a good player. Patient, knows his angles. Like I said, when you don't have that athleticism, you have to kind of play at your own pace. You got to, get that first step. Use your angles. So he's legit. He's legit.
We had a guy like that, man. I swear.
Yeah, fundamentally sound. We don't have enough players who are fundamentally sound who take care of the rock.
Right.
So
right. We don't. We need Oh no, I'm just thinking of all the athleticism, man. How I would just kill to see some athleticism in here, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but we know that's at the top of the draft, though. You gotta move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta move
up. All in the lotto.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So my comparison for this kid Jalen Williams is CJ McCollum.
Right. Yeah, I can agree with that. He's a good scorer.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably a good scorer like him. Jalen Williams, yeah. He's
I see a lot of Paolo Banchero in the chat.
A lot of things like him, man. They're saying he's solid, but we ain't getting that.
Yeah, we talked about him like 3 months ago because we knew we weren't going to get him. So he was one of the first people, maybe the first guy I think we talked about was Paolo. And I compared him back then, 3-4 months ago, to a higher IQ of Julius Randle.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. We already touched on the Banchero topic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me ask you. So, what do you think of this guy? Might be a late first rounder. Or you want to talk about the trade back options?
Whatever. We got to talk about it eventually.
So you have this guy. What is he? I just had it in my head. You have Nikola Jovic. He might be solid as well, coming from
Serbia. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
He might fall to the 20s too. They got him mocked to go to the Spurs, right? Spurs or the Nuggets, one of them.
They got him going 20. That could be it too, but I got him down 22nd going to the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies? Okay.
Yeah, like he got that Rokas Jokic swag.
Right.
I watch him out there, a power forward at 6'11".
He can move. He moves very mobile.
Yes, he moves like a guard.
Like a guard, very mobile.
I ain't even going front though when I watched him, and I might get killed for this, but I don't care. He moves like James Harden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he does a little bit too much one-on-one where everybody else is just standing around watching him, and he'll go through the legs, hit you with a step back. You know what I'm saying? Take you to the rack. You know how you go to the rack and you hold the ball like a running back,
Right.
Because he's not like real strong, but he's not like real thin either. He's almost like, he just has a nice solid frame, but he can get through contact, but he's not like super athletic, like a James Harden, who's not super athletic, but real crafty with the rock, knows how to manipulate the ball and how to pick his angles and he's just kind of baiting you to open up your hips so he could get past you. So if once you do that, or he'll hit you with a step back, I'm like, this kid, I almost cussed right now. But this kid is legit. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like he scored a lot of points because he only averaged 11.8 points, 5.5 boards. But, his 2-point percentage was 71% in twos, 40% threes, free throw percentage 75%.
Yeah. So I just looking in the chat. Go ahead.
No, you good.
No, I see my man. Shout out my man Ron still Knicks. I see them. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like they're more likely to move back than trade up. I don't even want them giving the fans that type of hope, like they're going to trade up. Now, I think the realistic option, what's going to happen, I mean, it would be best if they stay there behind at 11, but they're probably going to trade back to 13. I just feel it. And it's like, if they trade back to 13, I just hope that somebody that we could have had that's solid doesn't get picked at 11, which likely is going to happen. And then here we are at 13 and 15. But, I mean, there's still talent at 13 and 15, I will say. It's just that I hope the Knicks don't mess this up. Like Heartbreak Nova said, let's be real, the Knicks are going to mess it up. I hope not, man.
Well, let me ask you this question. Does the front office value their picks?
Do they value their picks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I will say they ain't traded none of them yet, this front office.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They haven't. They drafted last year. We're talking about there's no way the Knicks are going to draft 4 players. They not only drafted what 4 players, right? Deuce, Grimes, Sims, and Rokas. They not only drafted 4 players, but they moved down the draft to do it, to accumulate. You know what I'm saying? I want to say accumulate, but they switched that first round pick for next year's first round pick, which ended up being the Hornets pick. They ended up being Cam Reddish. So they still drafted 4 picks and kept the first round pick for trade bait. So that's all the front and they kept their guys. So that's all the front office has been doing, has been accumulating these picks, accumulating picks. Right now, it's too early to trade.
Just play the guys already.
Yeah, but it's too soon to trade those picks. So I think they do value that, and that's all they have to show for it. The free agency, they dropped the ball. So I mean, if they trade these picks, they're already in the hot seat right now because of the year that we had. You know what I mean?
Man, the year was ridiculous. The year that we had was ridiculous, man.
Right. So they're already in the hot seat for that year. So they have to make these picks so it makes it show that they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still bringing in young guys to develop, you know what I'm saying? And they can say that, look what we did. We developed Sims. Now he's our backup, guard. We developed, IQ. We developed Obi, and we're still bringing in guys. So I just don't see them like trading like out of the draft. I just see them maybe accumulating more picks if they're not high on a certain player, maybe, or the guy gets picked right before us that we were so high on. Especially if everybody's kind of like the same around, 11, 12, 13, 14, you could get, a couple more picks. So, I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to keep all options available, see what's out there. Like I mentioned, I'm not high on Dyson Daniels as much anymore because of his flaws. You could get a Darren Terry later on if that's the route you want to go. Yeah, there's just a lot of talent. But as far as this Nikola Jokic guy is
right.
is the real deal. But do we need another power forward?
Absolutely. And let me, if you pray he has some defense, you probably could run him. Well, I'm not gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead.
Yeah, but and that's why I like Sohan though, because you don't necessarily have to play Sohan at power forward. You can play him on small forward. You know what I
Right,
mean? Um,
right. I
and
want to
just
ask
guard the.
you, just quickly, um, why exactly? Why did you Dyson Dillon's drop on your board again?
Because I just feel like you could get someone like Darren Terry, Darlin Terry later on. You know what I
Okay,
mean? I feel like if I just feel like Dyson isn't gonna be your starting point guard. You know, if you're gonna draft somebody, if you're gonna draft a point guard at 11, he better be your starting point guard. You know, we drafted Frank Ntilikina thinking he was going to be our point guard at what pick 8. You
right.
know,
Oh man, we wouldn't even be in this position if they just made the right moves. But yeah, that's what's so funny about it. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. That's why I'm not so high on drafting a big either, because you can find another rim runner down the line. You know, um, or we just roll out with Sims and Noel's. You know. And I
Right,
and I mentioned last week about Orlando Robinson, and the Knicks brought him in for a workout.
even for a workout. Oh god,
Yeah. So I was telling you that that stretch 5, you know what I'm saying, or stretch 4, someone
solid
who's a
though. He's
light,
just fundamentally he's solid.
he's just a lights out shooter, and he can handle the rock. You know what I'm saying? It's just he needs to get into the weight room with Jericho. You know what I'm saying? He needs to work out with Jericho, get him on that creatine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
get him eating right. You know, a couple meals a day. Get him on that and chicken and vegetables and some rice. You know, get that creatine in him. Got him hitting the weights, and yeah, he'll be all right in 2 years.
right.
But that's kind of what I'm getting at. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Anybody else you would like?
Okay, Malachi Branham. He's a guy that could be, not a trade, well, possibly a trade back option. He's likely to fall within that range, 13 to 15, somewhere within there. He's a guy that's likely to be in that range. He's solid, at least I would say. What do you
Yeah,
think of
we kind of touched on it last week. We brought him up, and he was one that moved
him?
up
He's
on
on
my.
the big time, yeah.
Yeah, he was one that moved up on my board as far as taking him at 11 if everybody else is gone.
Right,
If
right,
if Benedict's gone, if Johnny Davis is gone, if Sohan is gone, um, I wouldn't mind taking Malachi at 11. He has that athleticism. Yeah, we kind of just touched on it. Yeah, he's a solid offensive player, someone who get his own bucket, plays the passing lanes. Has those long arms. But we mentioned he's a defensive liability, like he just doesn't care on the defensive end.
right,
And with Tibbs being our coach, he ain't gonna get no run. You
right,
know, and I don't know if he has that character where is he like a Cam Reddish where okay, I know I'm good offensively, and I'm just not gonna put forward the defense. And if you don't play me, then you don't play me. It is what it is. I don't know if he's that guy.
right,
So we'll see. We'll
right,
see. I gotta hear a little bit more about him on his interviews. I gotta see if they brought him in. I gotta hear, what his character is like, because that's another thing that we haven't talked about his character. A lot of that's what the front office brought in was a lot of choir boys. You know what I'm saying? Obi has good character. IQ has good character. Good kid carries his Bible around. I'm saying
right,
none of these kids are going to be at the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Only club they're going to be is at the boys and girls clubs. You know what I'm saying? Setting up 5-on-5 for kids and tournaments like that. But they're not going to be at the adult clubs.
right,
Same thing you say about Deuce. If you see a lot of social media, Deuce and Obi were at the Rangers game. You know what I'm saying, side by side.
that I didn't see.
Yeah, they're side by side. They were having a good old time watching the game, and that's kind of what we want. We want that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? We want guys to not only spend time on the court but off the court too. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Making each other better. Explaining things on what they saw on the court, what they could be working on. things like that. So same thing with Sims, just a quiet kid, not going to talk back, just a 4-year college student, someone who takes direction, fundamentally sound. So, yeah, so that was the reason why they passed up on a lot of those other guys last year, is they just had a bad attitude. So if any of those guys that we're high on, and like I said, Malachi fits that profile or doesn't fit that profile, I would know why, because or if they didn't bring him in for an interview, they kind of just know that he doesn't fit the mold. He doesn't fit the mold of what they're looking for. Yep, but we'll see. There's some other guys I want to talk about too. Is there anybody specifically you want to talk about?
Let's see. We got Jovic. You got another guy, Josh Minot. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's like the fall. Not really a scorer or anything, just good athlete, more of a wing defender, potential to be a wing defender. That's pretty much it. He played on Memphis, about 6'8", athletic, long wingspan. I think 7'2" wingspan. I can't remember exactly.
6'11" wingspan.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got him. I was thinking of Tari Eason. Yeah, 6'11" wingspan. He's a solid guy, Josh Minot. He's just late first rounder. He's somewhere in there that could fall.
I heard he might even make it to the end of the second round from Tankathon.
Well, yeah. He might because he's not really offensively polished. One thing I will say, he can finish though. He can finish on the open floor. I will say that about him. He's versatile enough. I'm actually surprised, but it's funny because I'm starting to wonder. It makes me wonder. Certain guys have potential to rise, right? It makes me wonder: do teams trade back knowing that a guy's going to be? Do teams trade back because it doesn't make them look bad if they take a guy that is projected to go late? If they take him early, it makes me wonder. If they trade. If some teams do that purposely, if that's something the Knicks would do.
That's a gamble. It's a gamble. You really got to know everybody's draft room board. Yeah, you gotta have ears everywhere as far as what the other rooms are thinking and how high those other guys are on their board. That's why, to me, that's just don't get too cute. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If your guy's there at 42, but he's like 47 on other people's boards, who cares what their board is? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like the guy at 42, take the guy at 42.
Right.
Don't get cute.
Yeah, right. I can agree. I think they should be doing some due diligence. At least I would hope so. I think that's what William West should have been doing when he when he went to the lotto, the whatever you call it, when we get a placement. I would hope that's what he was doing, is finding out who likes who. I'm sure the Knicks have their guys probably already. Just about. I guess they're gonna get more guys going into the next couple of weeks. They're gonna figure more guys out. So but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that. Well, I don't know. I mean, they hired Tim Hardaway. Yeah, so maybe they are doing their homework right now, probably aggressively. I just hope they're aggressive on draft night. I don't know. I don't know if Leon has the skills to move up. So we're gonna see. I need that athletic scoring wing to run the floor. Well, you got Cam, so if you like Cam, then Cam is an athletic guy that can run with RJ. That's what I think, in my opinion, but it ain't about what Culley thinks.
No, I'm with you though too. Keep Cam. Matter of fact, I'm signing Cam right now because his value is at ultimate low right now. He's coming off an injury. He just got traded. He didn't get that much run with the Knicks. Like, hey, this is what we're offering you right here, right now, today. You know what I'm saying? Take it, or you know what the other one is. Take it or leave it.
I'm hoping they keep him, man. Don't drop the ball on him. Don't waste it. That's a wing right there, man, that can do more than the average wing. Who doesn't want a wing that can put it on the deck when all these other teams have them? You just saw the finals, and Jason Tatum didn't even have his best game. He had far from one of his best games, and that's a 6'9", 6'10" guy right there that could put it on the deck. So why don't we have one of our own? We traded Melo. I'm not saying we have to get that, but wings are killing it right now in the league, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the Public Enemy says, why would a trade back thought would be in your head? Because that's what happened last year.
Well, thank you.
They traded back last year. None of us thought we were going to trade back and then trade back again. So they've already shown and proven to us that they're willing to do that.
Yeah,
They haven't.
when they
They
was
haven't showed us. They haven't showed us that they're willing to move up. They talked about going and get Duarte last year from the Pacers, but it didn't happen because the price was too steep, and they weren't willing to do it. I'm just trying to keep those options open if they do a trade with, with the Charlotte Hornets and get the 13th and the 15th pick. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just have more of a feeling that they'd go backwards than forwards and to jumping the 5th pick to the Kings to get like a Ivy or a Sharp or whatever. I just don't see that, and I'm not sure if the Kings still have Vlade Divac as their GM. I don't even think he's there anymore.
Yeah, so I think he's someone else's. No, I think he.
Yeah, so he was the one making all the boneheaded decisions.
Yeah, he was.
And yeah, so I think they got rid of him, and since then they've been making better moves.
They might be. Yeah, they might be. It depends. You got to see how. It's funny because a lot of people say we should see how dumb they are and try to trade Randall there, but him and Sabonis, I doubt that front court will work. It could work. It could either work or it could either not work. But if they're dumb enough, that's their problem. It ain't our problem. That was just a trade option. Remember, they had the number 4th pick, so Knicks can explore every trade option they got. I would start with the first one. I would start with the highest you can get. I doubt the Pacers would do it, but try to ask them. You could always try. Try to ask them if they'll do business. Maybe we can get Keegan Murray. Who knows? What the Pacers got? The 5th? Oh, they got the 5th pick. Yeah, try the Kings, try the Pacers, try the Blazers. Those are the teams you could try.
I already talked about the Blazers, so I think
I'm sorry, you did.
That door's closed.
Smith,
Mike
Smith is over. Yeah,
you didn't bring in ESPN scout Mike Smith to not draft a player when you know the in and outs of all the players in the whole draft. Yeah, best fit. Weaknesses, strengths, character. I mean, the guy was interviewing everybody, so he knows everybody. So I think the Blazers will get a steal. They're going to get the best player available. But you talked a little bit about Josh Minot, his athleticism. He's real skinny though.
Real skinny, he's
real skinny at 6'8", 205. He may go to the Clippers though. I saw him. I was wrong about Tankathon. They have him going to the Clippers at 42. Oh no, 43 because he's right after our pick. So we have the 42. The Clippers have the
Clippers jeopardize. It's funny. You would think Clippers jeopardize their draft capital. It don't look that way. It really doesn't because they drafted last year. They didn't draft too bad last year. They did not draft too bad. What's the name is? I like BJ Boston, but that's neither here nor there right now. But yeah, Josh Minot is not bad. He sounds like a guy Tibbs would like though because of the length. But
and a motor. He has a high motor, athleticism,
and a high motor.
Allows him. He plays above the rim. He just knows his strengths and uses them. Plays defense, plays the passing lanes. Get in your chest, rip the ball away. Can guard 1 through 4. Maybe 4 because that thin frame. I don't know about that 4, but definitely 1 through 3. He just doesn't make.
Yeah.
Doesn't make many threes though. Like that's the knock on him. He shoots 14% on 3-pointers. 14%. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But he does shoot 75% free throws, so it lets you know that his mechanics aren't all the way broken. There's still a chance. That's what they say. It goes hand to hand. If you can shoot free throws, then your 3-point percentage can go up a little bit.
It can. I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Anybody? Any late risers? Any other late risers you like? I know you like them.
Well, what would your comp be for Josh Minot?
I have to think of a guy that's I can't shoot, but as athletic. You have. That's funny. I don't want to disrespect him. I was gonna say Badamute, but I'm not gonna say him. I'm trying to think, man. I know there's somebody that's at. I have to really think. My bad, man. It's not even a tough one.
I don't know because that's why I asked. I really
Nah, I just can't think of it. I'm trying to think of a guy that can't really shoot. Not really much of a scorer, just as a straight defender. I was thinking about Amote because he couldn't do nothing, shoot or score. Defend pretty well, but that's about it. I can't even think, man.
well, you brought up another guy to me the other day. You wanted to talk about EJ. Is it Liddell?
Liddell.
Liddell?
I don't want to get to him yet, though.
Okay. All right. Well, we can talk about somebody else.
Check it out, man. We got to Kennedy Chandler. Said Jovic. Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy?
We can talk about Ron Harper Jr.
Harper Jr. That's one. Yeah, we talked about him. I know we touched on him a little. Did you want to get to Ron Harper Jr.?
No, we talked about Scottie Pippen Jr. before. We didn't talk about Ron Harper Jr. though.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We can talk about Ron Harper Jr. What's Scottie Pippen? Damn, all the juniors.
Yeah. That's probably why you got confused a little bit because.
Yeah, they both remember.
They both pops came from the same team. Same team. They're both Bulls.
They both kind of like somewhat similar, but yeah, Ron Harper Jr. Yeah, he's a solid one. But he's another 6'6" dude. Maybe 6'7" with shoes. He's good defender, just like his dad. What is he? He's also athletic, right? I think he also has some athleticism to him. I don't think his shooting is the best, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he shoots 40% for threes.
Oh, that's not bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
NBA surprise though, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, undersized power forward though. So he's only 6'6".
Undersized forward.
Yeah, but he's a stocky 6'6".
I'm gonna say that he's gonna be good for that reason. It's the mentality. That's why I think he'll be all right. He's gonna work hard, and I guess it depends on the fit. I'm not going to sleep on a guy because he's small, because undersized power. Because look at the league is going. I don't know. There's not many good power forwards in the league, though, I will say. Or at least their games are different for how they get their buckets. A lot of them are athletic face-up power forwards that can rim run and stuff like that. And a lot of them are straight up threes that can just small ball forwards. But yeah.
Yeah, he has the IQ though. You know what I'm saying? He has the IQ, offensively and defensively. He was there 4 years at Rutgers, and he just signed with Jay-Z Rock Nation.
Right.
So, I mean, just a stocky, strong guy who will finish through contact. Good body control for his big frame when he gets in the air. Knows how to pick his spots because he's not shifty or quick. Right. Not flashy either, though. But he, like I said, he has that 6'11" wingspan. Can shoot the rock at 40%. Hit you in the midi. He just has good lower body strength. So even though he's 6'6", he can still guard those bigger power forwards. You know what I'm saying? So my comparison for him would be like a PJ Tucker. As far as pulling threes and real short and stocky and be able to hold his own in the post. Switchable.
Right. Yeah, PJ Tucker, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, switchable on you know what I'm saying, on whether it's a wing or a bigger power forward.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, he could play what 4 positions, 4 to 5. Was it him that could play 4 to 5? At least 1 to 4.
I would say probably 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Yeah. So, but I think I have him going mid late second round. Is where that is. So
yeah, that's what he'll fall mid late second round. The underappreciated round.
Yeah.
That's the underappreciated round right there, man.
Yeah. So that's why we're trying to keep these conversations going because of that 42nd pick.
You know what? Yeah, that too. That's what I was going to ask you. So let me ask you: do you think, thinking about it, do you think the Knicks keep the 42nd pick? That's the number one thing I didn't.
I do. I have a feeling that they buy.
In the
I
second
have
round.
a feeling that they buy into the round too. Yeah, I have a feeling that they're gonna. I don't know if they'll buy into the end of the first round, but I feel like they'll buy into the mid second round.
Right.
And D. Coolest says Harper and Buddy Boeheim had a workout for the Knicks. So yeah.
Oh boy, another 6'6" guy. But okay, I like him. I like his motor. He's versatile. But okay.
Well, like I mentioned before, though, so what if we have 4, 6, 5 guys? Just we keep the best one and let the other ones go.
Yeah, but that's the problem with the Knicks. They don't think like us. They're gonna keep all of them. I'm telling you.
we're gonna have a bunch of 6'5" guys. At least they have a 6'11" wingspan, though. You know what I mean? At least Ron Harper Jr. does have that 6'11" wingspan.
Solid. He's somebody I'd take in the second round, though. But I'm thinking, but you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if a Sochan is available in the first, who's pretty similar to Ron Harper, then it's like, I mean, he may not have the athleticism, but he's eerily similar. Multiple position wing defenders, strong. I would say he can guard those. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know how our luck is.
And
the Spurs get Sohan right before us, or Washington or somebody like that. The pick right before us.
Right. Only thing I'll say about that, if they get Sohan before us, just know there's somebody still talented at 11. I think Eason will slip. I don't know if they're looking at Eason. Eason's another guy that's pretty solid, man. He's pretty strong defender. Good help defense. Got the wingspan. He's mobile. I don't know, man. I would not let him slip if he's available. I would not let that.
Yeah. I like Eason too. And I compared Sohan and Eason. Sohan's more twitchy. You know what I'm saying? More, opens up his hips, has more footwork, and Eason is just more stronger. Like if you run into him, it's like running into a wall.
Another guy uses his chest.
If he jumps up, you're gonna bounce off of him. If you try to, get past him and he sticks his arm on the rock, you're gonna stop the forward motion. Like he's just that strong guy. So I gotta rewatch some more of his game because I watched it a couple months ago. So I gotta check out his game. I just know that he fell down the boards too, though. That now he's later on in the teens, where he's not so high anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the teens, man. I don't know.
In the late teens too, not lottery. I'm talking about like 8, 17, 18, 19 back there. So we'll see. All
right, now
we will do a show on another board as far as guys on our board, because we had a mock draft a couple weeks ago, and I appreciate everybody keeping their comments clean, because our show got canceled a couple weeks ago because there were some comments in the chat. So if y'all do us a solid and just keep your comments clean.
Yeah, man. We lost our show, man.
Yeah, because we can keep this going, because we put in a lot of work as far as doing research and looking at guys and
I mean, I get the guys because of the vibes, but
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we just want to put out good content and make sure you guys. Yeah,
because I love coming on here and vibing with y'all, man. When I get a chance to.
Yep. So we want to salute some more cats in the chat. We got Sherwin M in the building. We got Keith Turner in the building. Who else? Go ahead, Culley. Who else we got in there? If you want to answer the people's questions in there.
Salute my man Sherwin M. I was reading something. Keith Turner, salute. Kaiser Soul, salute, man. Hope all is well with y'all, man. Almighty Finesse. Yeah, I know you like OG Anunoby. I like him too, man. I don't know if I wouldn't give up much for him. Not no picks. I know that. I like OG Anunoby as well, though. I'd love to have him on the team. Good wing defender. We'll see another 6'7" guy, 6'8", I think. I think he's 6'7". He's solid, man. I think he's solid. It'd be nice to steal him from the Raptors. of course, without giving up much. Just like I like the guy from the Timberwolves. What's the guy? He's a wing defender. He's another wing. I like wing defenders, man. I want to see
Michael Beasley. I'm not Michael Malik Beasley.
It's another guy. I forgot, man. Josh Okogie.
Okay.
Still over there. I like him, man. He's a good defender. He's another in your chest athletic defender. I like guys like that. Those are the type of guys I like.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels was balling out there too, though, and he was.
Was it Jayden? Is it Jayden or Josh? It is Josh.
Oh, right? Jayden, huh? Jayden McDaniels. Yeah.
I was getting confused because Charlotte has another McDaniels over there. They have the other one, Jayden McDaniels. Yeah, I like the wings, man. I like Anunoby. I'm just like I said, man. I wouldn't be crazy about trading for him, but I like him. Is he a free agent? I thought he was a free agent this year or next year. Can't remember. You know what's funny? Well, I know it's the draft coming up, so we don't really talk about what the Knicks are going to do in free agency. I guess that'll be a big thing after the draft. I guess that'll be like when the shows are going to be nonstop. What are the Knicks doing in free agency? They drafted so-and-so. And so I'm not going to speak on that. I don't even want to think about free agency because we don't sign anybody anyway. Our hope is the draft. So that's our hope.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it's the week right after the draft, though. So it's
like maybe I'm really thinking,
it's the first. It's the first, and the draft is the 23rd. So it's a whole, 8 days away. So we may have a show that day during free agency. So we'll find out if we have anything when the clock strikes 12, or we'll just talk about it then.
Right. Any other risers you wanted to get to?
We still have EJ Liddell, or there's a Michael Foster I had too. Michael Foster Jr., another G League guy.
Why does he sound familiar? Okay, get to Michael Foster. I'm gonna get to EJ.
Yeah, he just moved up the board because he had a good combine. I'm saying,
right.
So he's just another. He actually lost 14 pounds since the season ended. 6'9" in shoes, 7-foot wingspan. Like I said, played for the G League Ignite. Averaged 14.7 points, 31% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter. Gets you 8.6 boards, 2 assists. Big, strong. Plays a small forward position in a power forward body. Got some nice handles. Will face you up in the perimeter. Will go one-on-one through the legs, hit you with a spin, take you to the rack. Just has nice handles like that. Good athleticism. Like I mentioned, strong, finishes through contact. He doesn't give up on plays. He just will get a board, go coast to coast, hit you with a euro. He just has real good movement. Like I mentioned, just a small forward in a power forward body. A pogo stick on the glass will clean the glass. Get you those extra possessions. Good motor, good rebounder. My comparison for him is another Julius Randle. Another Julius Randle.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yep.
That's funny.
Because you know how Julius just gets up and down the court at that size. I mean, I watched Julius play live a bunch of times. It just amazes me how he gets, how he just bullies his way through the paint when he wants to. When he makes his mind up to, I'm going to get this bucket, he's going to get that bucket. There's not too many people that can stop him.
Right.
He just ends up stopping himself. That's the only thing. This guy's weaknesses, though, he settles for too many jumpers. Who does that remind you of? Settles for too many jumpers. Randall, not a good not a good 3-point shooter. Takes too many fadeaways. Who does that remind you of? Those baseline fadeaways. Julius Randle has tunnel vision. Julius, that's why I keep comparing him to Julius Randle, because the more I watched him and the more notes I took, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy over dribbles, tries to do too much, lack of defense awareness. Oh my God, yep, Julius Randle. But you see his frame, you see, his I want to say athleticism, but just his movement on the court. And you're like,
right.
Wow, this guy, good move. And, Pudge Nice mentioned Lofton Jr. You know, that kid can move for 275 pounds. You know,
Right.
I think he's only 6'7", 275, and
Right.
you know he got that vertical dunk underneath the rim, and I just saw a later version of Charles Barkley. You know,
Right.
Houston Rockets Charles Barkley, not 76ers Charles Barkley. Yeah,
All right. All right. All right. All
the
right. I
the
like.
heavier older version.
What'd you say?
I said the heavier older
Oh,
version.
version.
Yeah.
All right. All
So
right.
who do y'all like in the chat? Who do y'all like around the 42?
Anybody have any late risers they like?
Yeah,
Somebody
the
mentioned
42 range. You know what I'm saying?
somebody asked Kofi Cockburn. I've seen it, but Kofi Cockburn is solid. Though. He's a dog too, man. Only thing is, I'm just not crazy about the bigs. I mean, if we need a big man option, he's solid. At 42, I think he'd be good. If we draft the big at 42, like I think Freezy said it. Did Freezy say it last week Thursday? He said he's okay with a big man, just not at 11. So I could agree with that. I think he'd be solid at 11. Kobe Cockburn. He took another year in college to develop. He didn't declare for the draft, so I think he's solid. He went and got polished up for another year. And like I said, I think he's a dog. He's a dog, big man, aggressive, shot blocking, scorer type.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised you don't want to talk about EJ Liddell because
yeah, I was about to get to him.
Yeah, because for being an undersized power forward, you know, he's only 6'7",
but he's 6'8", yeah. 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7" in shoes. So he's really 6'6". 243 though. So he's solid, like big, strong.
Yeah.
And then he has good footwork in the low post. He takes good middies. He'll from the charity stripe. He'll just I seen him back people down from the perimeter. That's how strong he is. Like he'll be out there, you know, in between the no man's land, between the 3-point line and the low post, and he'll start backing them down from right there. So he has that lower strength, you know, lower center of gravity, and he'll just bully his way down. And you mentioned Kofi. When at 6'6", he was going up against Kofi. He was going up against Luka Garza. Remember Luka Garza last year?
Right.
He was in the draft, and some guys are talking about him because he's been at Ohio for 3 years. So he's not like super raw, you know what I mean? But he's super strong though, because he was pushing those guys are all 7-footers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was pushing them out of the paint because he understands positioning. He understands, you know what I'm saying, where to pick your spots at to not let the centers get so low to the rim. So he positions himself early on and uses that lower, you know, center of gravity to push them out the paint so they don't get those easy buckets. And like that's high IQ, you know what I'm saying? That's years of being fundamentally sound and coaches telling you this is where you need to position yourself. This is where you're going to get the boards at because, you know, he averaged 7.9 boards too. And he's just a hooper, you know what I'm saying? A mid-range game, low post game, 19.4 points. He's mocked pretty high though, 23 and 23rd in the first round though. So he'll be out of our range if that was, you know, someone that we're looking for. But yeah, you mentioned Kofi too. That's somebody that we could, you know, get towards the end of the second round, or if we buy ourselves back in. I wouldn't take Kofi with the 42 pick though.
You wouldn't take me 42?
I feel like there's going to be guys undrafted or we buy a pick towards the end of the second round. You know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's safer to take guys like that at the back of the draft. But I mean, I'm not really looking for a big man anyway. Though. I'm looking for like a guy that's. I'm looking for a guy that's you know, athletic. He may not be able to do anything else, but he's an athlete. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the hungry guy. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for at 42. The hungry guy that has the grudge that he got picked so late. That's about it.
Sherwin M said Kofi will be undrafted, and that's what I'm thinking too. Like those are the guys we could pick up the phone and call and tell them, you know, get you on a 2-way contract exactly when, right when the draft is over with. We're calling these guys and getting them into camp. So that's why I'm not so high on a big. The only thing about Kofi, he's like big and slow though. So do we really want a slow guy that can't get up and down the court?
Right.
He's just gonna be dragging his feet everywhere, and that doesn't seem like the way that the Knicks are going. They want athletic centers. They want guys who could jump out the gym. We had Mitchell Robinson, and then we have Noels, who's a athletic big. Jericho's an athletic big, so I feel like they may go that route and get an athletic big. I don't think they'll get a big that clogs up the paint and can't move up and down the court. If anything, I think they'll go for a stretch 5. Yep. Yeah, Kofi's the old school center, most definitely. Back to the basket, you know what I'm saying? Like a baby Shaq. Like a baby Shaq out there. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, EJ Lewis, he's kind of a bully, I'd say. He has defensive versatility. I think he's also gone mid to late first. You checked him. You've seen his name a few times in the mock draft, right?
Who's that?
EJ Liddell.
Yeah, he's marked 23rd.
Mark 20, yeah, mid. Well, yeah, I saw mid to late. Yeah, 23rd. I think that's about right. So, yeah, he's another one. He has, he has the size, and there's another one that could fall. He could probably rise, but I doubt it. But he's in that range. Maybe another Knicks trade back option, but I doubt it. But that's pretty much most of the guys. Yeah, that's pretty much most of the guys. Of course, you got Kai Soto, everyone's favorite. Did we touch on him last week?
Just a little bit. I actually want to do a little more research on him because all I found was offensive game. I want to see what his level.
No, he's very smart defensively. I will say he's just thin, So they may think he may not live up to the NBA defense. I think he's solid. He's pretty smart. He can score. He can score the ball. He can play both sides pretty well. He just has to. He's a prospect. He's raw. He's raw. Only 19. I think he's another one. 19, 18, young. He's solid though. I think he's solid. I'm not high on him though because I don't really care about no bigs or any stretch. Yeah, he doesn't back down from nobody exactly. He is a warrior, I will say. He's tough, but I mean, I'm not big on him because I'm not big on any stretch bigs right now. But that's just me. I'm not really big on the stretch bigs. I'm all about the wings and the athletic guards, and that's pretty much it. Not really looking at not looking at many players like that. Not the bigs. I'm not looking at any bigs. I need a fast-paced offense in here. Kai is just as good as Chet. Yeah, he is just as good. I will say he's similar to Porzingis, man. He's tough. He ain't no back down. I hope he doesn't go undrafted. I doubt it. I doubt he is. Somebody's gonna take him to late. He has a big buzz coming over from there in the NBL. But But yeah, that's up to you, Sub. You said you gotta do some more research on him.
Yeah. We could get a nice little time slot in for Kai Soto. So yeah, go ahead and throw your guys in the chat because we have a couple more shows. We're going to talk about more prospects next week and right before the draft.
Junior, I forgot about him. Patrick Baldwin Jr. is another one that could here's another one probably late first. I forgot all about him. Yeah, I forgot all about him. Another 6'9", 6'8" guy, wing, 6'11" wingspan. He can score. Yeah, he can score. He's just thin, but he can score. He got length. He has good length. He has a good size. He has very good scoring upside and length. That's all I can say. He's projected to go late. I think his defense might need improvement, but that's about it. That's about it. He's not the best defensively. That's why he's going. If he was good defensively, he'd probably go higher. No doubt about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I just like to thank all y'all who joined us tonight. Knicks after party. This is the time right here where we open it up, and you have any questions, my boy Culley's gonna read some comments and answer your questions. So if y'all have any questions, go ahead and shoot.
Margin boot camp. Yeah, another G League, another. Almighty, I was gonna get to Walker Kessler too. I forgot all about him too, the big man. I was gonna get to him, but I said, forget it. But yeah, Marjan, he said boot camp. He's solid though. G League, another G League guy, athletic. I think he's solid. I think he's someone worth taking a look at, in my opinion. Boot camp is tight. Max Christie. Max Christie's another late first round. He's also a target at the end of the second round. Max Christie. I forgot about him too. Probably because I'm thinking about the guys I like. Maybe that's why. I just don't like carbon copies. A lot of people like carbon copies, man.
The Knicks like carbon copies. We had 3 of them this year with Mitch Noels and Jericho.
Yeah, and don't forget the big guards, the Damian Dotson and then Alec Burks and Quentin Grimes, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yankees Morning Brew. We have the same last name, really? That's dope. That's real dope. Salute, man. Salute, Yankees Morning Brew. Salute. You get to play 2K and A. Yeah, that's funny, man. That's real funny. Caleb Houston. That's another solid one. Yeah, well, we could touch on them the next show. Those are solid picks, though, because I don't really care who we get at 42, man. Of course, I prefer a hungry guy, but I don't care at all.
How could you say that, man? You like Deuce? Deuce is picked 35th?
Yeah, but Deuce, I like Deuce because he's actually a guy I wanted. If we like when we talked, because last year we wanted a point guard, right? We wanted in the draft one. Deuce is a guy that I want. He's one of the point guards I wanted. Him, Trey Mann. I think there was a few others. Oh, Davion Mitchell, of course, but I knew he wasn't getting Davion. He was too high. But that was it. When we got Deuce, I was okay with him. I was okay with Deuce. So that's pretty much one of the guys I like. That's why. I wanted Trey Murphy, but he was gone. But yeah, the Knicks are they're more likely to trade back than trade up, man. That's where I'm worried. I'm like big time worried. Yeah, I got on Josh Bernat, Almighty Finesse from Memphis. I got on him already, the wing. I'm trying to think who he plays like. What's the guy that used to play for OKC?
Kmart?
No. He played for OKC. Not that Kevin Martin, not the other Kevin Martin. Did that Kevin Martin play? The one that could defend but not shoot.
Now let me ask you a question. Can that still be a nickname? How many Kmarts really exist in the United States?
Yeah, it can still be a nickname. It's all what you make it. If you're a good player, it's worth it. That's funny. Quickly is starting this season. I would hope so, man. Either him or Deuce, man. One of them. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for the youngin starting. I'm all for it. Is there someone worth moving up for? You know what it is, Chuck? It's not so much about them being worth moving up for, but the Knicks need talent. So if you can get some the thing is, in the sense the Knicks should probably move up so that another team doesn't get a certain guy. But as far as worth moving up for, as far as franchise saving, I don't know. I think most of the guys in this draft are good pieces. I don't know if they're like. I mean, Bonchero is probably. I don't know. I see him as a franchise guy, but other guys, I don't know, man. I see them more as impact players or like pieces. That's it. Like if we moved up to get Jeremy Sochan, it's like we're getting him because we don't want another team to get him because we want him. I know that's like it's kind of contradicting because you asked if is anyone worth moving up for. I think that's what it is for in a sense, moving up so the other team doesn't get the guy. Just like if we want the number 7, we're probably not gonna get it no more because I don't think Portland's looking to trade in number 7. But we're probably not gonna get a Benedict Mathurin anymore because you know, I don't think Portland's looking to move. They might like Mathurin. I think they said they like Mathurin, right? Was it? I think I seen that somewhere. That the guy said that. Said that we want Mathurin, so I guess that's ruled out. I want the man too. I mean, I don't blame him. Has some dog in him, but it's what it is. I know who I like, man, but it ain't about me. Don't we have enough good pieces? I think so, Chuck. I think we need more, but I think for me to see what everyone is on this team, I got to see more of them. I feel like, especially the younger guys, I got to see more of them to really. I mean, that's just me. Some guys can always give you more the more chances they're given. That's what it is to me. I want Liddell and Sochan. Liddell is tight because he's a wing defender, but I don't know. I want Eason and Sochan. I mean, we're not going to get both, but Liddell and Sochan might not be bad. Those two might not be bad. You have to trade back. You have to use that Charlotte trade. 13 and 15. That's how I see it. And you have to hope Sochan's there. Sochan may not be there, but EJ Liddell may be there at 13 and 15. Why pick up Kenyon Martin Jr. when I forgot about him too. He's also in the draft too. That's another junior in the draft. Kenyon Martin Jr. No, Kenyon Martin on the Rockets. I'm sorry. I forgot. He's on the Rockets. No, I don't think we need a Kenyon Martin Jr. He'd be solid though because he's athletic. So I wouldn't be against getting him. That's one thing. No, I agree, Chuck. It should be for French. So the Knicks want to move up for Jaden Ivey, right? I think Jaden Ivey's tough. If we get him, then I hope that we're moving some guys around because the guy can ball. I mean, he still has to prove himself like anyone else. But if we get him, I hope we're moving guys around and not holding on to guys and making moves to bring in guys that can contribute. Man, I don't want to see people like. I don't know. I don't want to see mid-tier guys and expect them to really have all-star numbers and stuff and make impacts. I don't want to see guys like that. I don't want to see mid-tier talent. I don't think any of us do.
What are you giving up for Ivy?
Well, he's likely to fall at 4 outside of Chet in them. You have to give up more than Randall, man. That's if we give up Randall, but you have to give up probably some of your young core. Probably an Ivy or Obi. Probably one of them. Maybe a Cam. Maybe a Mitch. Might be a Mitch.
Well, Mitch is already gone. I mean, not he's already gone though, but he could go wherever he wants. And I mean, the only way we could get rid of him if it's a sign and trade because we give him that extra year. But if he's like, I don't want my extra year, I'll just go get four years over here for this much. And I mean, he could go wherever he wants. So if they don't want Randall because we're just talking hypothetical now. So, I mean, if they don't want Randall because they have Sabonis, what are you giving up to get that 4th pick?
We can still give up Randall because Kings might be. No, well, I'm just saying Kings might be dumb enough. Liddell and Tari Eason will be there. I will only go up for Jaden Ivey, maybe Johnny because he's bigger than. Yeah, I would. I like the idea of Liddell and Tari Eason. I actually like that. But you can still give up Randall because the Kings might be dumb enough to take it. They may be like, hey, we need anybody. We may need to get this team back together, and it might be able to fit. You don't know. I mean, I don't think Randall and Sabonis would fit, but let them figure it out. Just get them off our hands because, if we go into the next season and we still have Randall, he has attitude. We really can't move him. The stock is really down. He has little value now. After that horrendous season, he has little value. Yeah. Then he's not a need, but I don't know. Kings might be dumb. They just might be dumb and say, "Oh, we could pair them up." You never know. If Knicks are stupid, Kings are stupider. I'm sorry, they gotta be. They gotta be. I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But come on, they can't be any more dumber than the Knicks because that's how some teams think. Oh, let's pair the 2 power forwards up. Let's pair them up. Some teams don't think of the fit. But if the Kings say no, I will be shocked. Like, oh man, these guys woke up. But we got to do something, man. We got to move in some right direction. If we move, we was 12th place, so somebody has to go. Somebody has to go. It was 12. Moves have to be made. You don't stand pat with this team. That's all I can say. You can't stand pat with a team that was 6 games out of the East.
We know that. We know that we can't stand pat, but does the front office know that? Do they stick to the plan and run it back, knowing that all these contracts are expiring next year? Yeah. Do they wait to the trade deadline, then make the moves to get rid of these expiring contracts, to accumulate more draft capital? I don't know.
I think
We all know these guys got to go. It's just the timing of when. When are these guys actually go? Is it?
And you know what I noticed? I haven't seen a blockbuster trade in a while. Maybe there was one in 3 years ago, but yeah, we noticed. But I think the Knicks are going to be dumb enough to try to move guys at the deadline on the day of, and it's not going to work. I think that's what's going to happen, and that's where the Knicks f up, because you have to nip things in the bud early this season. If guys are playing bad for an entire game, you have to take them out. They have to respond the next game. We can't babysit guys and have. I mean, yeah, you have faith in your players. I get it, but you can't let it go for too long before you make a move. By then, we already lost 10 games. Our record will probably be 6-14, what have you. By then it's all over. So, hey, I've seen somebody say Tibbs has 10 games.
Yeah.
I want to see how he does in the first 10 games. I got to see it.
Almighty Finesse says, why would we run it back? It's because everybody's on expiring contracts. Noel's on expiring contract. Burke's expiring contract. Rose's expiring contract. You know what I'm saying?
That's 2023 or 2022?
That's this year coming up. Yeah, 22, 23.
22, 23. Yeah, next year's free. Yeah, that's next year.
No, but
I know that. They'll be on 2 years. 2 year deals.
That's what I'm saying. So knowing these guys are on expiring contracts, why would we bring in another 3-year contract? You know what I'm saying?
I hope not, for what it's worth. I hope not, because I just know we have Tibbs. Tibbs has this continuity. You got to think about, and Leon and Rose and this guy are friends. So you just got to think about, how they move. Of course, we know how we would move if we was in the GM seat. We would try to make this team better. Continuity.
Right.
If you have a dynasty, then you don't make moves. If you won 2-3 championships in a row, or you want to just run a finals, you don't got to make money moves. You don't got to fix what's not broken. You make the league adjust. We was 12 seed. We have to adjust. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. Somebody has to go. Whether it's somebody's favorite player or not, guys have to go. The Knicks don't want Russell, according to reports. All right, well, that's cool. I like Russell, but that's cool. I'm not saying we have to go get him, but, that's fine. But I just hope – I don't know. I just feel like there's not many options out there unless we trade. And I just feel like we don't have much to really give away anyway. I don't know. I feel like we need some depth. We need some depth over here in this building. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I can't call it. Running it back to what? No. I don't want anybody to think I would run it back. I'm praying the Knicks don't. I don't think we should at all.
No, I don't think we should. I mean, obviously we shouldn't. We didn't. We're a lottery team again with this team.
Yeah,
if it makes sense, because I mean, we might as well talk about it a little bit right now, that there's really nobody in free agency next year either, though. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to re-sign with their own team all over again. There's not a real big point guard out there. So I mean, if the Jalen Brunson trade makes sense, then I mean, go ahead and do that if it makes sense. If it makes sense of getting rid of Rose right now, getting rid of Burks right now, that's what 25 milli. That's 25 milli right there, or a Noel. Somebody needs a Noel's. That's another 11 million. That's what 36 milli right there. I mean, you could do a lot with that.
Yes, you can. Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, I thought they could have did a lot with what they paid Fournier. Was it 75 million, 80 million?
Yeah, I don't think his contract's movable right now, though.
I know. That's why there was so much. I'm not going to get into what they could have did with it. There was so much guys they could have got. So much that was out there. But
a sniper who's a defensive liability. Look what happened to Duncan Robinson right now. He didn't even play against Boston because he was such a liability on the defensive end that they didn't even use him. So, and rumors are that they're trying to move him ASAP as well.
All right, they're probably trying to get a star. I'm hearing those.
Yeah.
I'm hearing those Bradley Beal rumors. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they might have to give up a couple picks to get him off the books.
Right. He was a free agent. He was somebody the Knicks looked at last year.
Would you do it now? Would you take a Duncan Robinson for a couple draft picks?
I mean, no. Well, if they give us some, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though. Let's talk about it. If they wanted, D Rose and they wanted Noel and they wanted Noel's and you get a Duncan Robinson for another sniper who's a defensive liability and for 2 draft picks, or would you do it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they like shooting. At least last time I checked, the Knicks like shooting. So, or they need shooting. That is being realistic. I know my team. Yeah, Duncan Robinson move is being realistic, and they probably look at that like it's the best thing that could happen. I like Duncan Robinson because I mean, yeah, he's a defensive liability, but he was clutch for Miami in those finals. I will say he had big shots. So I'll say that much.
I'm not doing it.
I wouldn't, but I mean, hey, I'll take them picks. I'm looking at the picks. That's all I'm looking at right now. And you get a shooter. A lot of guys wouldn't do it. Hey.
Yeah. So how much is he on the books for? What, 3 more years?
Was it 3 years? 90 million? I know he got paid. He got paid, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 3 years, maybe 2 more. Thought it was 3 years, 90 million. So this might be 1 year out the way. I ain't even playing. That's funny. This might be 1 year out the way though. So
you got 2 more years at you're saying 30 million a year. If it's 3 years 90 and 1 year is gone, you got 2 years.
Wait, no, I might be wrong. I'm sorry. Maybe it might be 3 years 60. I think. If I'm not mistaken. I forgot what the numbers were. So that's my mistake. I think it's 3 years 60.
Okay.
That's 20. Is that more sensible? Or 40? I don't know. I don't think it was less. I just know that I know
okay, let's just say it's Fournier money. You know what I'm saying? You're basically getting Fournier for the same price for the same amount of years.
Right.
So you would have to go by that timeline. Now we're keeping a Fournier. Now we're keeping a Duncan Robinson for 2 more years. And now we have 2 defensive liabilities who are snipers.
Right.
And you're capped. You're capped at, I mean, there's not too many more players you could bring in because you still have Julius Randle on the books. You're gonna have to pay RJ.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly out there quick. But you're gonna have some high draft picks though, if that's the route you're going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These veterans, you gotta mix. Yeah, you will have some high draft picks, but something's got to be done, man. These veterans. So that's what I'm saying. And somebody said it in the chat. We need to figure out the direction. What is the direction? Are we trying to win now? I mean, of course, the theory, of course, the theme, as Tibbs is coach, of course, the theme is to win, not to tank. I'm not saying tank. It's not about tanking, but the theme is to win. But of course, some of us rather than win playing the youngins. I get it, which I'd rather see them win. But I want them to win. But I know the realism of it. You need talent to win. Something that we lack. We have young talent, but they need the minutes to be productive. I can't expect somebody to be consistent with only 10 minutes, man. I'm sorry, you can't. It's not possible. You can't expect nobody to be consistent.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, Our Future Media. Thank you, Sherwin M. And there was somebody else that mentioned it as well, that it was 5 years, 90 million. So you had the 90 million, right? It was just an LOIs, yeah.
Yeah, that was my mistake. 18 million. Yeah,
it was. So 5 years, 1 year done. So it's another 4 years. Are you keeping him for another 4 years at 18 milli per year? So like I mentioned, it's the Fournier contract all over again, added, a couple more years after that. So are those draft picks worth it?
Almighty Finesse. Yeah, I guess so. My fault. I was just reading what Almighty Finesse said. Yeah, Fox is a star type of player. He can be. He probably needs another system, another scenery. Kings. They don't draft right. But so I mean, Fox is a good pick. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we can't have two Fourniers out there. That's I can't go through a season like that watching two Fourniers for the next 2-3 years. I'm good on that. Think we're frustrated fans right now?
Yeah, we can't have 228. That'll be like old Knicks guys that can't defend, and then it'll be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keith, you are wrong, my guy. Fox is a star. Nah, Fox is solid, man. I just know trading for him, we have to give up a lot. I don't know. It don't matter how nice the guy is. I'm not big on trading for anybody. We got to give up a lot for. That's just me, though. No matter who they are. Only a few guys, but I don't know. I don't want to gut the team.
Yeah, not for a lot. I would make a trade if it's not going to empty the cupboards. I'm saying
the cupboards.
Yeah, like if it feels like a Colin Sexton who's coming off an injury,
lower value.
Risk. But times has changed, medicine has changed. Those ACL tears, they're stronger than before. You know what I'm saying? They're like mechanical ACLs now. They're just they're not going to ever break,
right?
Or tear. They're never. I tore my ACL, back in high school, and I lost my leaping ability real quick. It's not like that. It's not like that anymore. This isn't 1955.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They bounce back. They bounce back right away. I would do a Colin Sexton for a couple second round picks and a ham sandwich. Yeah.
Oh man, you sound like Freezy, man. For a ham sandwich.
Yeah, just a couple second round picks, a ham sandwich. Why not? But yeah, I'm not giving up any first. Nah. Just things like that. I don't think the Fox trade is realistic.
Right. You don't think so? Yeah, I don't think so either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not big on it. I'm just a delusional Knicks fan. I'm sorry. I'm just not built like that. Wait, what do you mean, Keith? As far as going for Fox? Sexton would be interesting. If we stink it up next year, we might have a chance to draft.
Because Sexton is a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a bucket getter. He's not gonna crumble under the pressure. He's a willing defender. He's not the best defender, but I mean, just go out there and give some effort. That's all we ask for. Don't.
I will say he's a scoring guard. I mean, there's not many pass first guards out there.
No, it's a dying breed. Everybody looks to score first, unless you're, like a Alonzo Ball or a LaMelo Ball. But
right, which I can agree.
Mm-hmm. There's just not that many guys around.
Yeah, we gotta get a generational talent, of course, but that's we'll find that. I'm sure it's coming. I think. That's coming. Sexton is like IQ. And, he's not a point guard, but he plays the position. He's not a pure point guard, Sherwin, as you would probably rather classify, but he plays the position.
I just look at the games how he took over and beat Brooklyn by himself. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't exactly. That was the dog in him. He was not afraid of Brooklyn.
Exactly.
Went to overtime with them boys. Yes.
Give me a dog any day. You know what I'm saying? A dog that bites, not just a dog that barks.
Right. He bit them up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that. Yes, I can agree. Yeah.
And the rest we'll figure it out. If he's over there, if he's shaking off Kevin Love, who's clapping in the corner, he's waving off Randall too. Then.
I mean, I would like to see that, but I don't want to.
But it'd be hilarious though. You know what I'm saying?
It's something I would love to see. I think I'd pay to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay to see that.
Get out my way, Randall. I'm going one on one.
Screen go. Just tell him, direct him over there, like to the corner somewhere. You don't want to get out my face, right?
And we need a closer. He could be our closer. You know,
I wouldn't mind him trying to crawl. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, man. It's just that injury bothers me. That's the only thing.
That injury is over and done with. There's a lot of fans that want Malcolm Brogdon. You know what I'm saying? That's the most injury-prone point guard on the market, and I've heard that name a lot. So
I am tired, and I like him. He's skilled. He's highly skilled, but no, man. The man can't stay healthy to save his life, man. He played 42 games last year, or 41. It's half the season. I'm good. It would be the Knicks to show interest in that too. It's a very Knicks-like thing to do. Interest in Malcolm Brogdon. Do you not do homework? Like that shouldn't even come out of reports for the Knicks. Interest in Malcolm Brogdon. That shouldn't even come out at all. It shouldn't even be no interest.
I mean, and what are we doing with Kemba? We still have Kemba on the books for next year.
Yeah, I meant to get to him. I think he's out of here, man. I like Kemba. You know,
How is he out of here when he's still on the books for a year?
Oh, he's on the books for what? I thought it was 1 year. Oh, so he's on the books still?
It was for 2 years, $8 million per year.
I mean, he just doesn't play. Sadly.
So we just eat the money and
unless he plays. Well, yeah, I mean, what else do you think the Knicks are known for? Knicks are known for eating money too. How many coaches have got paid and didn't stop coaching? But yeah, so
the list goes on.
Huh?
The list goes on.
Right.
And it's gonna go on.
Joakim Noah. Yeah, and that like $8 million. We made $8 million for 2 years. That's light. You can waste a $4 million. Knicks do it anyway. Knicks waste more millions on tons of players than $4 million. So anyway, me, it's possible they still play Kemba. it's a pipe dream. They play Kemba, a miracle. They play him, and he has a good year. It's a pipe dream. It's an ideal pipe dream, and he stays healthy. Ideal pipe dream. That's a pipe dream for Kemba. He stays.
Put the red cup down, Culley. I think you're cut off for tonight.
But I didn't have something in it. You hear it.
Bring Kemba back. He becomes an all-star.
Not an all-star, but
he turns back the hands of time. Yeah, he's
not an all-star, but a contributing figure. You know, that'll be a good bounce back story for Kemba.
Oh man,
it'll make Tibbs look even more dumb because he already looks dumb for starting Burks. You can't get any better than starting Burks. So that's what I'm saying. So hey, Sherwin M says DeJounte Murray. I get it. I like DeJounte Murray too. Are we trading for him? Probably not. And if we have interest, you think the Spurs have interest in letting him go? No, they have 2 first-round picks. They got one of them before us, and they was better than us. I think they have 1 first round.
They made it to the play-in.
They made it to the play-in. Yeah, come on. We couldn't even crack the play-in. We couldn't even sniff the play-in. Come on, man. So they're not letting them go. They might be looking to build something good over there. DeJounte Murray may be the one of the pieces in that.
That's what I'm saying. I can see them getting either Dyson Daniels or Jeremy Sohan. One of those international players are going to the Spurs because they're known for taking international players.
And you want to know the best thing about it? They have another pick. So they have another pick at, was it 23, 22? That's the good thing about it for the Spurs. They can always. Culley, would you trade Randall and Kemba? I would. Yes, I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, the Spurs have 2 picks, so they're gonna get better. They're gonna get solid in the West. They're looking at making. Yeah, what are they? 1 pick before us or 2? It doesn't even matter. Come on, and they made play-in. There's one thing I hate is seeing teams that was better than us getting picks before us. Sorry, somebody's distracting me with text.
Anything else you want to
add? Yeah, man, I'm still getting mad at the guys in the chat. I love my guys in the chat, man. The Spurs won 34 games. Hey, well, they were still better than us. They made the play.
Why are you mad at the chat, man? They just here supporting their boys, man.
My guys, man.
They just like us. We all Knicks fans. We all just venting. You know, we all have our favorite players. We all want to bring in certain guys. You know, we all have dreams. We're just big dreamers.
Wait, what about the third, Chuck? What about him? Reggie Jackson would be solid for us. I like Reggie Jackson. I didn't know that King Ribby that they trying to team up Levine with Murray. That's actually a good move. You team them up together. That's actually a pretty solid team in the West, man, if healthy. When you pair that up with the wings they have, I think Lonnie Walker's a free agent this summer or next summer. I don't know. But you pair them two up, that's solid. Lonnie Walker's another guy I consider for this team. Athletic. I like him, man. I like him a lot. I'm just saying we're not that good anyway. So don't get mad at me for not saying guys that anybody else would like. I'm not thinking of star players anymore. I've seen too many years of the Knicks trying to get star players and we don't get them. We do not get them. We like them.
Exactly.
And the time comes, the same fans that like the same fans. Oh, don't get him, man. Don't pay him that. Don't pay him that. When it's free agency time, and then the Knicks don't pay him, and they be good for another team. Happens every year. Please don't pay them. Please don't pay them that money. They're not worth it. Yeah, well, another team will pay them, and they'll be solid for them. And then we'll be sitting there watching at home, still talking about, oh, we should have got him. So, hey, I know when I'm getting a bad deal. Chicago are way over the cap. They all over their cap. But, I mean, hey, they have.
We're over the cap.
We're over the cap.
And we don't even have any good players to be over the cap like that.
The Bulls will still be good. Exactly. They'll still be good. The Knicks, right now, we suck. So we have things to think about.
We're a lottery team in over the cap.
We're a lottery team over the cap. Can you believe that? So we spent money on guys. We thought Leon Rose, he sold, man. Sorry, he sold. He sold us, man. Well, let me see something. Yeah. If you say, but we have flexibility. We do have flexibility. I can agree on that part.
But that's what I'm getting at. We have flexibility, and so that's why I keep saying run it back.
Right?
Yeah. But what I don't know. I don't know if Leon feels like he's pressured to do something in free agency to make Dolan happy, because Dolan ain't gonna be sitting back for too long if we start off next season, 1-8, two wins, 8 losses, the first 10 games, like, yeah. I mean, that could be a blessing in disguise. Tibbs gets fired, the young kids play, we kind of figure out what's going on with them. The vets get traded at the deadline. We accumulate more picks, and then we go all in. We go all in the 2023 draft. We move up the boards. If we're third, we get the number. We can move up, or if we're fifth, we can move up. I mean, that's the time to do it. You just kind of just sit back and watch the whole house burn, because that's what's gonna happen if they run it back.
Right, yeah. Pretty much, man. Because you can't preach this continuity crap, man. I know what's the guy, Brock Aller. I know he doesn't he doesn't really care for Tibbs. I read up on that somewhere because he said there's no long term with Tibbs. There's no rebuilding on long term. So everything is win now. We are not winning now with this team. So hey,
you gotta look at the NBA too. Almighty finesse. They hate us Knicks. You know what I'm saying? They give us the toughest schedule all the time, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to give us the tough schedule next year. And just, our conference, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be playing a lot of Celtics games, a lot of Philly games. We're going to be playing a lot of, Toronto games. We're going to be playing a lot of games that teams are going to give us a run for our money, I mean, shoot, we lost to Orlando, twice this year? Come on.
Right. We lost to all the young teams. We lost to what the coach despises the most, and that's the rookies. We lost all those teams. Portland. We lost to OKC. Did we ever lose to Detroit? I think we lost one to Detroit in December, that December game.
Yeah.
And so we lost to all those teams, man. All the teams he despises. So we have a lot to think about. Just pick a direction, please, team. That's all. Just pick a direction. Pick one and go. And take it from there. And making it harder than what it is, man. Why are we stuck in no man's land? Every team just Oh man, I'm not gonna get to that though. I'm not gonna cause any headaches. Got to think positive, you know. Anything else you want to add? My bad.
No, I was just not really. Not really.
Obi is here. He ain't going nowhere. Randall is. I hope Obi not going nowhere, man. I think Obi could be something, man. I mean, that was last at the end of the season. Wish we could have saw more of him, but you know, I hope Obi's not going nowhere. I like the energy of Obi and the athleticism, the running. That's what we need. Slow pace half court is not it, man. We're not the Spurs. Spurs retired for the Knicks. We never had a set. We never had a killer offense like that. So that dribble handoff, not gonna win us no championships. So we gotta win games, bud. So y'all either want to see the Knicks win or y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what it is.
I just hope Obi gets tough. You know what I'm saying, like, toughen up, Obi. Like, go take some. Was it judo classes with Fournier over the summer? You know what I'm saying, learn some judo. Get tough. Quit being so soft when you get to the cup. I mean, I don't know. Just he's always smiling, always happy. What are you smiling for? We're losing.
Right. Right.
Get mad, get nasty. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and yam on somebody. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, go out there and yam on. Exactly. Go out there and dunk on somebody, man. I don't know, man. We got a long summer, man. Long summer. And I want this winter to look right. We winning 58 games next season. All right, well, you book that. I ain't booking that. I'm not booking that. I mean, of course, we could make a big turnaround, but
we don't even know what the team it looks like. If it's
right,
gonna
be, I know the last I seen them, they look trash. So
no, but I mean, we don't even know if these are going to be the guys moving forward. So you can't put a number on it. I'm saying they still bring in a bunch of bodies for training camp. You know, the free agency still needs to be done. The draft still needs to be done. You know, who shows out. And we don't know. I can't put a number on it. It's way too early. Yeah.
Right. Obi kills him with a smile. I suppose. Tibbs never smiles. Yeah. He shouldn't smile with the horrible job he does. Those rotations, he shouldn't smile. Well, I'm not going to talk bad about him. Positive Knicks fan here, man. Positive Knicks fan.
You don't want to talk bad about Tibbs?
Yeah, today, man. I know I talk about him a lot. So I'm going to cut him some slack, man. I don't want to be like that every time. I don't want to be the one that every time I talk bad about him. I'm just being realistic. That's all. I'm a realistic Knicks fan. I just call it for what I see, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't know Don P about Obi. You know, he was confident towards the end of the season when there was no pressure. Let's see when if he starts and if they're double teaming him like they do Randall, you know, how happy he is and how much of a change he does for the offense or the team when you know, teams are game planning. I just the verdict is still open for me. I'm not sure if Obi's still that guy. I can't go by the last couple of games when, you know, teams didn't have all their players. And there was just no pressure on who wins. We were just trying to win those games while other teams weren't even really trying. I don't know.
Right. Exactly. It was the end of the season show audition. So that's all that was. It was nice to see us. I mean, that was the only positive we got from it. You know, the crowd chanting Obi's name. So that was fun to look at. So that's about it. That's about all we can say. As far as Obi. You know. So I don't know. I just hope we go in the right direction, man. That's all I can say. That's about all I can say.
All right. You got anything else you want to add, or you want to wrap it up here, or you want to keep rocking?
We can wrap it up here.
All right.
We We rocked out.
I'm going to make the call.
He probably asleep, man. I had a long day today, man. I need to go. Need to go regroup.
Yep. So before we get cut off, one last time, I'd just like to thank those who joined us tonight. Knicks after party, we got King Ribby, salute. Sherwin M, salute. Don P, salute. Francisco Carrillo, salute. Almighty Finesse, salute. Manchild, salute. Who else we got? G Robinson, salute. Keith Turner, salute. All right, y'all. Next week.
Yo, yeah, I didn't play y'all intro when we first started the show. Y'all mind if I play it as y'all outro?
Go ahead.
Sure.
I didn't want to say nothing earlier, but since you brought it up.
All right. Hold on.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. Who else we got? LOI, salute. Manchild, salute. Who else we got? Our Future Media, salute. Yeah, I think that's Keith Turner, salute. That's pretty much it. Our boy Chuck Allen in the building. And don't forget to watch, was it Vibes and Stuff, 8 a.m. Monday
Live.
through
Vibes and Stuff live in the morning.
Yep, Vibes and Stuff live.
Yeah, man.
Dope show. Unk be on there with Chuck Allen. They be talking about just real life stuff, just going back down memory lane. They talk about music, if y'all into music, relationships. I mean, everything and anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's a real dope show. And Chuck plays live music at the end of the show too. So check it out Monday through Friday. Vibes and Stuff, y'all.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got the outro right here.
All right.
Peace, y'all.